Let's code.
Hello and thanks for stopping by today. I am Coach Eric from Code Kid Coding. Glad you can be here. We are going to create a small form today. Alright, as you can see here, I'm using a section tag. I put a class form on there. I'm using the form tag in order to have it go to the server side. We're not going to worry too much about that. Just a fun little testing of it is what we'll do. And then I'm using target underscore blank in order for it to open in a new tab. I'm just going to be using label and input. That's all I'm doing. I'm wrapping them inside of a div, and I'm copy pasting that 2 extra times for the other information that I want. Okay, so for my first one, I'm doing label. I have the for attribute. I have full name, and then full name right here is what you're going to see over here on the actual website. Okay, for the input, you have the type text. The name and the for attribute are going to be the same exact value right there. So full name. I have placeholder. What do you want written inside of the input box, and then required. That way, if you don't fill it all out, it won't allow you to submit it. Okay, like I said, I copy pasted that down. This one is phone number. The only difference is this type is tell. Okay, you can see my placeholder here. For the last one, I have the email, the type email, and then again the placeholder here. Okay, all of them are required. And then what are we going to do to actually submit it? We're going to use this little button with the class submit. Yes, you could use an input with the type submit if you want, whatever you'd like. Okay. All right, over here you can actually see what it's looked like with the CSS. This is a very basic little mock-up just to give you an idea. Full name, when I click in there, let's say I do the classic, I forgot the letter J, I guess, okay? And then when I submit it, you can see that it wants you to fill out the required information, so that's the required. Okay, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0. Okay, that's good. And then, okay, there we go. And then I submit it, and here it's opening up with the target attribute at the underscore blank, and then you can see the information all up here coming in for alphabetical order, and this is the name attribute that you get from the input. Okay, and this is why I like it, because then when I'm done, I just close out the tab and it still keeps my website open. That's why I like using the underscore blank. Let's take a look at how I just created this very basic little CSS. So I'm going to click into the CSS here. In the body, to make the section centered in the middle of the page, display flex, justify content center is going to be left to right, align item center is going to allow for up and down, and the height 100 view height. Okay, so for the section, you can see I threw a 5 pixel solid black border around it and gave it some padding of 20. Experiment and play around with what you want. For the div, which is the full name, phone number, and email, I made it display flex, justified content, space between, so there's space in between the name, the label, and the input. It has a width of 500 pixels and a margin top of 10, so there's spacing in between them. The label has a font size of 30, so full name is font 30, phone number, and email. And then you notice with the button, it has a font size of 20 right here, padding with 10, and the margin is 20 pixels, so technically it has 30 because it has 10 from this top, plus the 20 here, and then auto is going to center it left and right. Okay. That's extremely basic little small form. I hope you enjoyed this. I am Coach Eric from Code Kid Coding. Look in the description. I have a website. Sign up for some classes and let's code together. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.